Husband violently assaulted me in front of his family for not knowing about his sister's severe allergy, unsure about getting a divorce. My husband 36M and I 30F have been married for 6 years. We have 2 kids, 4F/2M. I'm a SOM now. We didn't discuss this before marriage, but when I gave birth to our daughter I just couldn't manage working, taking care of our daughter, and doing all the house chores. There were times when I needed help at home, but I felt like I couldn't ask for help because I wasn't bringing in any money. It was also very difficult for me to be financially dependent on my husband. I never asked for anything from me because he sometimes voiced how he felt a lot of pressure as the sole provider. Fast forward to 3 days ago. His younger sister lives in another country and comes to town once or twice a year. Last week she told him she would visit. My husband and I invited the family for dinner. We were all having a good time when my Sil started coughing and had trouble breathing. It was then I knew she was horribly allergic to peanuts. I later knew that she had gone into anaphylactic shock a few times before. We all rushed to her side to help. I then got slapped on the face from behind, not so hard but it did sting. I was facing away from my husband so I didn't see it coming. I tried to explain that no one told me before. I had only seen her a few times after the wedding and never cooked for her. He was yelling at me the whole time I was trying to explain myself. When I told him that he knew I would be doing all the cooking for tonight, then why didn't think of telling me about it? He pushed me down the couch and smacked me on the arm/back and the back of my head. His family rushed to us and stopped him. They checked if I was okay for a minute, then went back to my Sil's side. His older brother stayed by my side to ensure I was okay and to see if I needed anything. After a few minutes my husband came back to the living room and acted like nothing happened. My Bill asked him if he had told me about their sister's allergy before and he didn't answer. I told him I never knew about it until now. My in-laws checked on me one more time and then excused themselves. Only his older brother stayed with us. He asked me if it was the first time my husband laid his hands on me. I couldn't answer with my husband sitting across from us. He suggested we take some time to process and think about what just happened. I left that night with my Bill and took my kids with me. I'm still with him and his wife. My family lives in another country. Both my Bill and his wife suggest I stay until my husband realizes what he really did. My husband did apologize but said he panicked and was scared for his little sister. They are very close and growing up he was like a father to her. He kept repeating that if I cared enough about his family I would have asked him if anyone has any allergies since I was the one cooking for the night, and he blamed me for his brother reaction. I don't know where to go from here. I have no relatives in here to stay with until I sort everything out. I only have one friend and can't stay with her. I grew up in a house where being grabbed by the face or arm was normal. But what happened that night was a little too much. I want my kids and I don't want to lose them over my decision. My husband suggested couples therapy yesterday. I'm thinking about getting a divorce, or should I just let it slide and start therapy? I really have to think about it all because I know my family won't support me with my decision and I will be on my own. Edit, my sister-in-law is okay. She's not angry with me for what happened. She even texted twice to check on me and the kids and apologized for not mentioning her allergy before. His family has always been good to me.